on the dot. I got here at 6:58. Oh, back at the you know where, the community center. I have 2 days of teaching here. Then I have 1 day off. Then I have 2 days of teaching far away at, that didn't have any Wi-Fi. Did it have Wi-Fi? No, it didn't. Anyways, um, hello. I'm not on caffeine. It was a weird week because did I do a live this week? I did one at the gym on Wednesday. I was happy about that but it was after 9 when all the music shut off and I was able to do it 9 p.m. And so that screwed up my. That was Tuesday. Sorry, that screwed up my Wednesday. I couldn't train because I was so out of it. And then Thursday I went to train earlier to just get it out early. I uploaded a video on that. And then I was screwed up yesterday. Oh yeah, because I went to the establishment. I tried to, and it didn't pan out. But yeah, so I had almost a week off, and I went 3 times. But those 3 times, I mean, I spent a lot of time there, and I did a lot. Except not enough to complete everything because the fatigue accumulates, and then I can't do the other days. I'm at two extremes, you know. So I knew I had to rest. So I did that yesterday. Rest meaning not going to the gym. So there are 2 days this week which I didn't do any. I didn't do any steps or anything. Whereas on Thursday I had like about 11,000 steps, between 10 and 11,000. On Tuesday also. Those are days where I walk to do other things, right? That's what's needed. But it is very difficult for me to do that on a daily basis. I can't recover from it yet. So that's to say that my form, my physical fitness is not adequate to be able to do that. So I have to build up to that. So staying true to my promise of not having caffeine. I do have it with me in case I need it. I didn't have enough sleep, obviously, because of being jet lagged. You know what I mean? But hey, how many times am I gonna say the same shtick? I do have my flavor drops. So I think today I didn't. I went to bed later than I wanted to because I played a CBC documentary on YouTube, and I think I pretty much listened to all of it. If I didn't have anything on, I wouldn't be able to. I wouldn't have slept early anyway. So there's that. And when I woke up, I didn't really touch the phone, so I didn't get that anxious. I didn't do much either. I didn't take a shower. I was okay up here because I didn't do anything yesterday. I cleaned down there. Minoxidiled the hair. I didn't even wash the hair. I might have to today. We'll see how much time I have. If not, it'll be tomorrow, and I'm okay with it. You know, I guess it just needs enough time for me to get okay with things. You know, certain things. to not let it get to me. You know. So it's still a nice day. I don't know if you remember wintertime. Wintertime, I'm not sitting out here. I'm sitting at the bus stop. No, at the subway, waiting for the last bus to come. So I'm not out in the cold, you know what I mean? Waiting a half hour. But then that would mean that I wouldn't be able to do a live, or at least that long a live. I'll have to figure something out. Because already I can't do that many lives anyways. Let me see here. This lives on the future. This lives on the future is gonna be a great documentary. Oh, to revisit and remember the past times. Keep up. Well, thank you. What is it gonna play on? I haven't heard about it. Please tell. So, there's that. I have to do groceries after work today. So again, it's the goal for me is to keep up. Oh, phone. I can't check my steps. So the goal is be able to keep up a higher amount of steps. 10,000 per day is pushing it a little bit, but 8,000 is doable. So that would include, coming to work, with a little walk from the bus stop, not waiting for that bus to come. There's that. Walking to the subway, even though that's only a 2-minute walk. If I take the longer route, but then I have to transfer, so the chances of me keeping that is less. But after work, instead of waiting right in front, right in front there at the bus stop, I can walk and then hopefully get to the other bus stops. There's 2 parallel streets. So there's a choice of 2 buses to take while I'm waiting for this one to come. Now, if I can handle that during the winter time, then we are good to go. Carrying this stuff with me is not too bad. And eventually when I get carry more stuff with me, mannequins and stuff, do the same thing. But a lot of times when I do take the mannequins, some of the contracts, like I'm having one in September, or is it August? I don't remember. Let me check. Because I okayed it. It's a one I've been doing for a couple of years. And the plus is that I'm doing it in English. That's from my master instructor, who I thought would never hire me again, but he needs people to speak English. And I guess the other guy, who's perfectly bilingual, more than me, isn't available because he has a startup they works for or that he owns or whatever. So whatever. But yeah, okay, no, it's August. Yeah, 17th to 24th. 3 classes. 3 2-day classes, so that's like 6 days. So that's good. Um, but that's from the subway with the mannequins. It's a walk, so that gets in that. So that's my goal. Um, the reason it's my goal is because, well, first of all, I have a hard time restricting calories. My diet has improved over the years, but now I gotta improve the activity part. And weight training doesn't really burn that many calories. And the cardio at the gym doesn't burn that many calories. It's not long enough. So the rest is activity. And then it got me to when I was a kid doing many things at one time. Uh, it's not comparable. You know what I mean? So I don't. It's not really comparable. Like when believe me, it'd be worse if I was living in the States. Because it's a rite of passage to have your driver's, well, here too, have your driver's license, and then you become really sedentary, and things just creep up on you. Like even when I was diving, I had to go to school, do the gym there, go to diving after that, stay for a few hours. Like that lifestyle is my best lifestyle, is my favorite lifestyle, as my active lifestyle, you know. So I just have to keep that. Um, but of course, you lose a lot of that, and you have to kind of, or I have to kind of build it back up to a certain extent. One of the downfalls, I think, one of my downfalls was I was staying temporarily uh, in upstate New York, and I would walk from the mall to where I was living, and I think it was either 3 hours walk or an hour and a half and 3 hours back and forth. I don't remember, but it was a trek, and I didn't have a car, and there's just a few buses, but the public transport was, you have to time it. But I was used to it because, you know, where I grew up, it was the same thing. You have to time it, and people would carry around their schedules, and so you time everything. That was the first time I experienced plantar fasciitis. When you're limping when you're waking up, and it's pain on the bottom of your heel at a certain place, and that went off and on for many years. Um, yeah, so that's why I'm doing the stretching and the mobility exercises for the calves and trying to strengthen it. But it was many years of a decline that eventually affects everything. You know what I mean? That's one of the major things, um, and it's the one I'm mainly focusing on now. Not including my knee, is um, because some muscles are inactive, which I'm working on too. But uh, yeah, with the shoulder also for many years because I was diving and doing weight training, and that seems to be um, not a thing in the past, but okay to my satisfaction of improvement. And it takes many, many years for me to figure something out that works. And I guess the old adage is never too late, I guess. I don't know. Because the opposite is very um, sad and tragic and depressing. when everything declines, and everything does decline, right? But not as fast as you think it does. you know, uh, and it takes something to put. Everyone has a different personality. You have to prioritize certain things and certain things you don't want to do. And if I relate it to my financial problem, it's the same thing. With time, you get good at everything. Not everything, but a lot of things within reason. So, that reminds me, when I got up, I had another cell phone bill to pay because I was behind on everything. And that a lot of the companies now, they're just like sending you texts and calling you automatically, constantly, like every half hour sometimes, right? Kind of cool, I guess. I don't answer. Um, and then my account is closed, the one that was seized by the government, and now this place here, I don't know why she sent me another, tried to send money in the original way, which didn't work, and I'm like, why did she go back to that? I didn't want to tell her. I did find out she's not an accountant; she's a bookkeeper, which is cheaper. So she makes mistakes, obviously, and maybe she didn't. I don't know, but hopefully I'll get that money. I sent her a message saying that yeah, I can only go with e-transfer. That's the only thing that works. It allows me some control to put it into the other account I have. But if she puts it right away, it could be seized. But the account's closed anyway, so it doesn't even work. And then I'll have to use that money to pay off the rest of that credit card from TD, and then that's it. They lost the client, which I thought about doing a separate video. Then also, I spoke with, speaking of knapsacks, I spoke with Jansport that was supposed to send me a new one. And they said it came 3 days after they made the order. I'm like, they told me to wait for 2 weeks. Like, and then they don't answer emails. It's a back and forth for so long. And it said, and then they sent me. They didn't send me the tracking initially, but then I said, can you send me the tracking so I could track it? What am I waiting for? Um, didn't receive anything. And then also I live, there's an epidemic of drug use and theft and all that. So there's that too. Leave it like an Amazon thing in a common area. Of course, it's stolen before I even get to it. And but I didn't really know what to expect. But then I saw the tracking, and it was Purelator. And I'm thinking maybe I should call them because I got no indication of that. So I don't know what's going to happen with that. If I don't get a new one, obviously I'm going to do a video and I'm going to chastise them. That's what I'm going to do, right? Because things like that should be called out. No one sent a tracking. Like if I have to always ask all the questions, and it's something I'm not used to, and they're used to, replacing bags. Why didn't they tell me? You know what I mean? That type of thing. But who knows? Um, or just don't have that program of replacing bags. But I don't know. I'll see what I'm gonna do. I have so many things I need to catch up on, and I don't have enough time. But I did manage to pay the other cell phone bill before I left this morning, even though I just paid one a few days ago. So I kept up on that. It's just, I don't know, today it was just like there wasn't any inertia on that. But what else did I do? I didn't clean the clothes, like armpits and all that. I have some piling up. I had to cook. Because I didn't have food to eat today. I didn't get to do groceries yesterday because I didn't leave the house because I was tired from the day before. So that's why I have to do groceries today. It's like, replacing days with things that you need to do. But always have a plan B and plan C. And not focus too much on it, because then me, get too anxious about it. So there's that. So I had to cook my lunch, which was, I had frozen broccoli, and I had some tofu and bottled butter sauce, which I didn't use. So I let that cook a lot to let it reduce, so it's not completely liquid. So that worked. So I had some leftover rice, which is starting to smell a bit, but it always smelled from the beginning. It's that type of rice, I guess. Just put a bit of that in. So I have it all with me. I didn't eat anything this morning. Yes, I did. I had pancakes. I did actually eat. Yeah. So, yeah. Mm. Mm. So it is 7 minutes left. So I guess we'll see how much time I have. I did bring stuff to clean the mannequins. We'll see if I have enough time to do it. I remember last week it was cutting it thin. I don't know how many other classes are today. It's a day by day, so that's why I have the third bag, which just has a Dawn solution and the disinfectant wipe. So I combined the two. And I was going to bring the bleach solution, but a lot of times it needs to be cleaned too. So I don't want to bring too many things with me. But this third bag is fourth bag. This goes over my shoulders. But that just has two things in it. Right? Oh, it's down. I better lift it up. So, you never know. So at least I was of good mind, be able to go through my stuff and see what I needed to bring. I almost forgot my laptop, so at least my mind was okay with that. Remembering that, you know. So my palms have gotten dry again.